you're about to see is at your own discretion. This is an extremely scary image that might scare some people off.
Don't keep me in suspense.
I don't live in filth. This is just now when we're like moving. I am packing.
Come in.
And on the road we go again. It is actually so funny because it's Easter and I'm wearing this.
This Easter dress. No egg hunts for us today. It's all moving and work.
What
I
is
didn't
that?
even get any Słatka Jarzynova today. And that was like the one Polish thing I was supposed to do on Easter.
I know.
I'm pretty upset about it.
That's Randy's absolute favorite, which is really funny because we have some friends that are international couples, like Polish girls married to international guys, and they hate Słatka Jarzynova. And
That's
Randy
just
loves
one
it,
guy
so-
though. That's just Con.
Yeah, that's just God.
Yeah.
But you love it. But what is up, vloggy vlog? I absolutely cannot believe that I'm saying this, but this is our last week living in Texas.
Yeah.
And I'm
it's
not
over.
And I'm not,
I'm not
going
gonna lie. You're not even mad about it.
I'm not going to even lie that I'm not mad about it. I'm actually very excited, even though this week is absolutely stressful for us.
Yeah. I'm just getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. So
That's why.
every moment is making me want to get out of here even faster.
It just reminds us every time we step outside, we both have like stuffy, runny noses, where in California we had no allergies.
I don't know what it
whatsoever.
is too. It's like it's just something about Texas that I have the worst allergies.
You know,
here.
in Poland, when I lived in Poland, I had the worst allergies too because
Yeah.
there's so many things blooming, and I have bad allergies, and I had asthma growing up, so.
But I've never had it.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
exactly.
not-
And in California, something with the air, I just remember when I was 20 and I moved to California from Poland, and my allergies just like miraculously,
disappeared.
miraculously,
Yeah, it's close enough.
they completely disappeared. And for 10 years, I don't have to deal with them. And now we came here and I have terrible allergies every day, so.
Yeah. You see
But-
me like dodging these mosquitoes? They're like torpedoes coming in for me. It's crazy.
It's like literally 1 second you sit outside, and people told us that it's bad, but I think
I got one. I got one. Yeah.
Oh my God. I
Okay.
think living in California spoiled us so much because there are no mosquitoes. Like unless you
none.
go to like Yosemite or like the national parks where we used to go, like there's no mosquitoes really where we live. Oh my
Yeah.
God, it's so itchy.
There will be some in Florida though.
I'm sure. Yeah. So we just got spoiled. But some of you guys know we just got back from a trip.
Yeah. And we're about to leave on another one.
It was a quick one, and we are leaving on another one. Technically, we have 2 more weeks
Of living here.
of living here.
But we won't be here for the
but
most
we
of
won't
it.
be here for the most of it. So
Yeah.
this is the week where we need to pack up our entire house.
We're doing pretty good. Almost everything is like staged and ready to go because the day that we get back from Mexico, we just want to pick up the truck and then back it right up to the garage and load everything.
Which our lives are usually wild, and you guys were saying that you guys are glad that we're taking you on this trip, and our lives are usually pretty interesting and pretty wild and pretty last minute, even though I'm not a spontaneous person at all. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm very much a planner. I'm very much OCD. I like to have a schedule. I like to do like the same things. I like to know what's happening. But when it comes to like traveling, for example, I will never say no, even if it's last minute and I have to pack like a day
Yeah.
before. And this move, to be honest, I thought it's going to be much more stressful than it is.
Yeah, I think it
It's-
helps that we're like barely even unpacked from the last time
Yeah.
we moved. So we still have like a lot of stuff in boxes, but we've kind of been ripping open all those boxes to get rid of the stuff that we don't need. I feel like because we just went through it, we kind of already like,
Well, kind of you went through it.
Yeah.
The first trimester, I wasn't able to really help Randy. So moving from California to here was absolutely 100% on him. I did absolutely nothing. I did not lift a finger. And now I'm trying to be more helpful and at least like getting rid of stuff and then going through boxes. Of course, I can't lift things, but
yeah.
I can do as much as I can. I'm trying to be more helpful. I already got rid of 5 or 6 massive trash bags full of donation clothes, which I'm really proud of.
Yeah. It also helps that we like sold so many of of the big items.
Yeah.
Like couch is gone, the refrigerator's gone. Actually, we sold 2 couches. No, 3. Sorry, we sold 3 couches.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not gonna go with so much stuff. So I think for part of this vlog, it's gonna be a little bit messy because it's gonna be like our week and our moving, but I also want to kind of show some of the stuff we are gonna take with us.
Yeah. So to some of you that maybe missed it, there's going to be, I never know where this window pops.
Yeah,
There's going to be a card popping here about us talking how we chose our next place. And some of you know now we have a 4-bedroom, 4-bath house that we absolutely do not need. We have so much space that it's just clutter. And now that we're going through boxes, we realize like there's literally probably 80-90% of things that we don't need.
Yeah.
Like whenever we travel and we go for like 2 weeks or a week, like we have everything that realistically we need with us. Like you may need like a couple plates or like silverware in the kitchen, but like all the things that are just laying around are unnecessary. So we are downgrading from a 4-bedroom, 4-bath
to a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Yeah.
Which we have not lived in an apartment in 8 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But we have decided to learn from this very quick and intense experience of living in Texas that we are going to be prioritizing location and amenities above everything else. And we have chosen a place that suits our needs much better. Right now, we don't need that much space. Like, obviously, we have a baby coming, so there is going to be need for more space, but that baby realistically doesn't need that much in the first year. So we're just kind of testing the water, how we like it. We don't think it's a move forever.
Yeah, and that's kind of why we're downgrading too, because the next place we go, we want to be able to pack up super easy and go to it. And if we are going to try out a couple more areas, we just want to have like 2 bedrooms worth of stuff. So and obviously we'll have to buy a lot of stuff for like the baby room and everything.
Yeah.
But it's just going to be like, what do we need in our bedroom, our living room, and the baby room?
But not 5 couches like we had here.
No.
Absolutely ridiculous.
We're doing good.
We came here with a 26-foot, right?
Truck. And it was filled like maxed out. So I got a 26-foot truck to go to Texas with just because I want to have like the easiest load. To Florida. I just want to be able to load it, but I don't think it's going to be like full by any means whatsoever.
Yeah, we're trying to bring as little as possible and kind of live for this year minimalistically. And I think downgrading, I'm saying downgrading, but the place we got is not really like a downgrade. Like the location is...
Yeah, it's like a downgrade in size.
But the location is...
so much more luxurious.
It's not even the luxury. It's just the luxury of walking for me. That's like the most important. But I think that's going to force us for this year to really keep it minimalistic. We're not really hoarders, but we became hoarders because of the space that we have.
Yeah, you just fill it.
It's not like a messy hoarding situation. It's just like we have a lot of things that we may think we need. And we also do a lot of things. Like a lot of things are like stuff for camping, and we do go camping like twice a year, you know, or like we go skiing, so we have like skiing gear and like all of that. So it's just like a lot of little things. Like your tools are like a lot of space, so it's like a lot of clutter that
and just like the extra bedrooms, like the extra dressers, beds, and TVs all went.
I mean, clearly there's like 6 bags of clothing that I donated.
That was just
I absolutely don't need that. But yeah, so this is our messy week this week. I think Randy had a good idea. We're going to show you some furniture, like this absolutely gorgeous outdoor patio furniture that we have here. So this is
definitely coming with us.
This is brand new. It is from Rove Concepts. I know that you guys have seen it in one of our previous videos, and we have set it up just because it's so beautiful and I didn't want to have it in boxes. We already knew we were moving when we got this, but I kind of wanted to have it here and enjoy it for the time being. So this is the Bali outdoor furniture set in color Palisades. I believe it also comes in darker shade black. And this is definitely coming with us. We have a massive balcony with the gorgeous view of the water, not the beach necessarily, but the bay, which is really, really nice. So I know I will be spending a lot of time on this patio furniture. It is also extremely comfortable. It looks cute, but it's also very deep, which is really nice because you can actually like,
Put
Randy is
feet
pretty
up.
big
Yeah.
and he can like sit up big. He always sits, you know.
Slouches. You know what's going to be
Slouches,
so nice though? Not getting destroyed by mosquitoes while we're sitting on it, because that's the only reason I feel like I haven't been able to fully enjoy it here, because every single time
You just get
I go
eaten.
outside I get eaten, but
Yeah.
this will be a lot better in Florida.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if
It velcros on.
it velcros on, but does the cover come off?
I think so.
They do.
Yeah.
The covers do come
washable.
off too, so they're washable, which is really nice because unfortunately I know that Toby is going to make a use
Oh
out
yeah,
of
he's
this
already
as well.
has. He's been. I saw him sleeping on it. That's why I had to vacuum before this video.
No.
Toby's been sleeping on him.
No, but it's really nice because you can obviously take it off. It's weather and rain proof, so it's true outdoor furniture. I know it is not the cheapest, but I think it's a great investment piece if you want to, you know, store your pillows maybe inside for the time being and then take them out. It's very easy to just take them off. They're very light.
It's definitely not hurricane proof, so we're gonna have to take them inside when the weather gets bad in Florida. But
Yeah.
other than that, I think it's gonna definitely have to come with us.
Okay, you guys, we gotta go back to packing and cleaning the house because there is no time to be wasted in here. And
So we're just gonna do some check-ins throughout the week with how the moving's going, and we'll probably end up showing you guys a couple more things that we're definitely gonna take with us along the way.
yep, we could be itching my mosquito bite when you're rubbing my back.
Sorry, I didn't know.
You missed it. Okay, you guys, today I have decided that today is the day that I need to start tackling this absolute disaster of a closet situation that I have going on. The problem is that I'm not really a hoarder, or so I thought. I'm not a hoarder. But now that I'm like actually letting go of some clothes and have to say goodbye to them because we are downsizing, so I really don't have space to be like keeping so much stuff that I'm not wearing on a daily basis, I realized that I might have a little bit of a hoarding personality. It is hard for me to let go of some things, but so far so good. I have cleared out like this entire space. I don't know if you guys remember in my last vlog, but this space was full of clothes and there were shoes on top. And right now I'm kind of going slowly, like step by step in this closet, like emptying it out and like actually trying to make a smart decision of removing as much items as I possibly can. So I'm just gonna show you a close-up of what is going on in here and how our house looks like. So this is the closet. There's still some clothes hanging. Now I'm packing some winter clothes in there. There's some stuff that belongs to Randy, and I have some boxes of things that are listed for sale in there. Now I'm going to go through all this pile of clothes, but let me show you what our bedroom looks like right now and the rest of the house, because this is probably like the most shocking of it all. But please don't think any less of me. I'm in the middle of moving and also in between two trips. So what you're about to see is at your own discretion. This is an extremely scary image that might scare some people off, especially those who are very cleanliness. Brace yourself. Here it is. Okay, do not judge. It looks much worse honestly on the video than it does in real life, I would say.
It's probably just that bad.
So we have some laundry clothes. So this is clean laundry. Of course, like everything here is just clutter. It's clean. It's not like dirty clothes laying around. But I have my luggage from the Bahamas, from the trip we just got back from. Here is my skinny clothes. I'm packing my skinny clothes in the luggage for whenever the baby arrives and I'm like back in shape, back to my old body, that I'm going to keep those clothes that I really like for after the baby. I have some clothes in there that are going to be listed on sale on my Poshmark, so make sure you check it out. As soon as I have a minute to breathe in between traveling and moving and all of that, I'm going to be posting a bunch of those clothes on my Poshmark. Here I have a donation bag that I'm going to be giving away. And here are some less quality clothing that I'm also going to try to sell in like Buffalo Exchange or some other place that you can sell the items. Here we have clothes that still fit me and I possibly will be taking on my next trip that we have coming up. And those are just like summer vibey clothes that I can probably wear in Mexico and Miami. Here, I don't even know, dirty underwear, don't look at that. And here we have our living room. I don't know if you guys remember how beautiful this living room was. Well, it's not anymore. We got rid of the couch, we sold the couch. We're going to be getting a brand new couch for the apartment. There is some stuff here, I don't even know. The table is coming with. Here we have Toby, who is not sure what's going on. Mitzi as well, they're just both very confused. But the only place, okay, don't look at that, this is just more clothes and shoes that shouldn't be here, but for now that's where they are gonna be. And the only actually organized place is the place that Randy has in charge or is in charge of. So this is the only organized area in the house because Randy, especially as for a guy, he is very, very organized. I don't know if military has something to do with it or he just is the way he is.
What are we gonna do when the baby comes?
I don't live in filth. This is just now when we're like moving. Yeah, but I clean after myself.
And your mom cleaned before we got here. The place was spotless.
I am packing.
And then you come in just...
Okay, okay.
The whole house
But
goes to shit.
do you understand we're in the middle of 2 trips and packing?
Yeah, I know. So the idea here is that we are going to pack up our entire house and move the entire house into this garage. That way, the day that I get back, I can just back the truck in and take off and load it up. Marta's mom will be here watching the animals while we're gone, so at least we'll leave like some of the house set up for her, but just like bare bones. And then everything else needs to be pushed into
We're
here.
gonna be pretty much camping for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, well that's what we did, was we packed for this last trip.
You did.
Well, I did anyway. I packed for this last trip for 2 weeks because I knew that if I can just live out of my suitcase for that trip, this in between, and then for Mexico, I'm good. But all of my stuff is already packed, all my clothes, all my shoes. So I'm just bringing the same things to Mexico as I did to Miami.
Yeah, but you have like 1/20th of the amount of clothes I have.
Yeah, but you don't wear all of that.
No, I don't.
You
That's
just,
why I'm
like,
getting
pack
rid of
it for
all
no
of it.
reason.
No, that's why I'm getting rid of all of like a lot of stuff.
Like a trash bag.
But
full of
yeah.
clothes
Our lives are pretty much insanity right now, but Randy is doing good, so that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
I think my only job for this moving is to just tackle my closet, because I think the amount of time that it will take me to get rid of stuff and organize my closet, Randy will be able to clean and like pack the entire house. I'm kidding.
It's actually not.
I'm trying to.
That was the first trimester move.
Honestly, this time around, I feel so much better that I'm actually being helpful and I'm doing
stuff. But you also can't lift more than 25 pounds.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like...
Well, I do what I
popping
can.
my blisters. This is from...
Yeah, this is not smart and you should not be showing it to people because this is no sunscreen on vacation. But yeah, no, this time around I feel much better than in my first trimester. The first trimester I was not able to help Randy with any moving whatsoever. I was just basically laying down, feeling nauseous and just feeling like complete crap. So at least this time around I have a lot of energy and I can help doing things like packing stuff and moving some lighter things around. So I am a little bit more helpful and I feel better about this than the previous move. But it is extremely stressful. So right now it is Friday and next Saturday we're leaving to Mexico. So we want to again have everything in the garage ready and set to go when we get back, that we can just easily put it in a truck. And on the road we go again. of those moments where I'm like struggling, because this North Face jacket has been with me on so many camping and hiking adventures that I have a very difficult time saying no to it. But obviously it is quite small and we will be in Florida for the next year or so, so I don't think I will have a need of wearing this very thick fleece jacket, but it just holds so many memories and it's just so simple. But this is one of those times where I'm like struggling to say goodbye to it. This is like the 6 or 7, I'm not supposed to lift, donation bag that is going for clothing donations. So there was a lot of stuff in here that I was just keeping for no reason, and I'm actually happy to be clearing it all out. So I hope somebody's going to enjoy those clothes, especially people in need. I'm hoping those clothes are going to the right cause and not to the wrong one. So I'm really hoping those 6 bags somebody's going to make a good use out of.
Never-ending traffic in Austin.
I like the vlog is so over it, because in every vlog we just talk about how bad this traffic is
It's
here.
just so bad. So we're taking a quick break from all of the packing because we have to run a bunch of errands. Marta finally filled her first bag full of...
Oh, hold on. There's a proof on the vloggy
Yeah.
vlog. Actually, it's way more than 1 bag.
We need to go pick up our car because it's finally done its repairs, which is kind of sad, because I kind of like having this one.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed the Defender. I was telling Randy that, because the thing is, when we moved to Miami, we live in a place when, I don't know if we talked about it, but we truly don't really need a car unless like we go to our doctor's appointment and like giving birth, or like road trips, which we'll still do because we already are planning some trips to the mountains because I'm really craving some nature mountain time. But other than that, like grocery stores, beaches, we don't really need the car for that. So we're thinking, or I was thinking, maybe downgrading the car to something a little bit cheaper, and Defender is cheaper than the Range Rover Sport since we're not going to be using it anyway. But we bought our Range Rover and we obviously still have payments on it, so I think if we got rid of it, Randy said we would be
Probably upside down on it, because that's just how Range Rovers work.
Our thought process was that we got that full insurance, so not insurance, the warranty. And if that repair wasn't covered, which for a minute there we had like a jump scare when they were like, oh no, it's not covered. And I was like, okay, we're getting rid of this car immediately, because the second the coolant went in the other Range Rover that we had, it was one after another, and I don't know, Randy knows obviously the mechanics of the car much better, but there was some pipes that were connecting it, right?
Yeah, it's just the entire coolant system sucks in Range Rovers. But also, this car is at 8,000 miles and it already has a check engine light that just came on. So you will have problems with Range Rovers. And I tell people, when they ask me if they should buy a used one, the answer is just absolutely no, do not buy one. If you can't afford to buy one new and get the extended warranties, you should not buy a Range Rover.
But there were people in the comments that, like a couple of you actually said that you've had Range Rover for years too and never had any issues.
Yeah, but that's rare. Everybody that I've ever talked to that has owned Range Rovers it's the same thing with G-Wagons also. Range Rovers and G-Wagons, they're very advanced. There's so many different mechanical things going on, and which makes them, when they work, to be incredible, but when they just have so many things that can break. Anyway, now we're grabbing a coffee from our favorite place in the world, Patalia.
We literally, like, coming back from the cruise, I was like, okay, we're done. Like, no more coffees. We have a nice coffee machine and we need to just relax.
But I have this card for one free
But
coffee,
this one is a free one.
I mean, technically it's like it doesn't really exist.
Yeah, but we also only have 5 more days here, and this coffee here is very cheap. It's only $4.80 and it's really good, so we're gonna get it one more time.
Hi, can I do an iced vanilla latte with oat milk?
Okay.
Thank you. Can I get one more card? Here's the check. It's the new girl,
Hold
so
on,
we don't know
because this is the new girl.
we don't know if it is oat milk.
Too far. But yeah, we should not fill this next card. This one was free, so it's okay.
I bet we'll fill it. No, we have one in the other Range Rover.
It's perfect. It's just perfect. So yeah, thankfully all the repairs on the car are covered. We just have to pay like a little mini copay, which is not bad at all. So we're quickly going to do that, and then hopefully we can get out of the house one more time. We have a couple of things to shoot today. And this poor dog, I just feel so bad for Toby because obviously we're in the middle of packing, in the middle of traveling. So my mom does not live with us anymore. And if you don't know, the whole update was on like 2 vlogs ago where I talked about where she is. She's still in the United States. She's still in Austin. She just doesn't live with us anymore. She is at her work. But whenever we leave, like we left to Bahamas and we're gonna go to Mexico, she's going to be watching Toby. So I think Toby just prefers her.
I don't know. I don't know if he does or he doesn't. Because Toby's kind of a lazy dog. And your mom forces him to go on like 7 walks a day. And I just like to the point where like at the end of the day, she's like yelling at him to come outside.
Yep.
And he just refuses
And
to
he
go on
just
walks
stands
with
there.
her.
He's like, I don't want to
He's
go.
like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, so we don't know. Maybe he actually prefers where we're home. But I just feel so bad for him because obviously there's just so much going on in the house right now. Like furniture is being packed and like it just looks like an empty house. And every time we leave, he's kind of like not depressed, but he, like, you can see that he's a little bit sad. Even though he always stays with my mom, he never goes anywhere to like a new place. That's a lot of questions you guys were asking, what do we do with our animals when we travel. They just stay at our home with my mom and they have like the best life ever because my mom is like the best pet sitter you can possibly get. She will take them on 100 walks, she will cuddle them, she will feed them right. Like they're in really, really good hands. But every time we leave, he's kind of like looking confused, and now with the furniture being packed up, he looks very confused. So I just am very curious what's going on in his little head. He's like, we just got here.
Yeah, but he also loves road trips and he loves being in the car. So I know he's definitely looking forward to this trip.
Well, he doesn't know.
No, he knows.
He knows. But yeah, so we're just gonna go pick up the car really quick. Hopefully this time it's gonna be like a one and done repair. Nothing is gonna start going like in our old Range Rover. And hopefully we can get out of the house one more time today.
Saying goodbye to our Defender and going to go pick up our Range Rover. You're sitting outside of a Range Rover dealership with a bag of trash and no sweater. You look like a homeless person just camping
And I
out
have
here.
my donation clothes here, and I'm like borderline, I think, gonna take out the sweater out of there.
Out of your donation clothes?
Yeah.
It's not that cold though.
It's freezing cold.
I'm in a tank top and I'm fine. You're just being a little bit dramatic. Dude is so ready to go for a ride. Right, buddy? Toby. What's up? Hey. It's like, come on, Mom, let's go. I'm ready to go. Okay, sit. Toby, sit down. Good boy. Okay, was it a kick or not? Come on, tell me.
It's either a kick or it's my gas passing through my intestines.
Yeah, but you've been saying that for like the whole last week. I feel like we should know by now. I feel like if it's been happening this much, it has to be a kick. Toby. Toby's going for a quick dip. There you go, you found it. No, do not go down the drain. There we go.
Yep.
Yep. On to the next one. See if you just go straight to this puddle. That's what I thought. Okay.
This is like the only, well, not the only, but like the most important thing that I'm going to be missing about Texas. I think we mentioned to you guys that ever since we moved here, we've hiked and did so many trails like never before. We are always big into hiking. We love going to like national parks, and there's obviously not much of that here in Texas. And some of you might get upset because there are some national parks, but they're not like, obviously they're not like Yosemite, they're not like Sequoia. So usually a couple times a year we would make a trip to all those national parks for like camping and hiking. And right now I'm really craving like a real mountain trip, but this is like a very nice little touch and like a hint of hiking that you can get. And honestly, the trails here are just so much more beautiful than the trails in Southern California where we lived. I feel like California is just so dry. I was actually very surprised that with the heat here and the temperature and the weather, that it is so incredibly green right now. There's like flowers blooming everywhere, and obviously look how green the grass is and how gorgeous this little trail is. We don't have, well, we do have trails that are very nice in California too, but they're usually not so wooded and like shaded. They're mostly in like an open air. So I'm definitely going to miss that. This is like the part of Austin that I truly really love and enjoy. And it's just nice to kind of get out and do your cardio and do your steps in this nice little area. We do have to drive to all the hikes. We have nothing really nearby, and our area is not really area. To all of you that got so annoyed with my accent, I will continue saying area specifically to all of you because that's who I am, that's me, and that's my accent, and I don't plan on changing it. So this area is really full of those beautiful trails, and even though we have to drive, it's still nice that it is within the close proximity. Toby obviously is loving the water. All of those trails have some nice lakes or little streams, and we let Toby go in and get wet. So it's really nice for the whole family to get out. But as soon as this hike is over, we have to go back to reality and packing our stuff up because we're running short on time and it is not looking so good for us.
Toby is getting a wash. Are we all done? All done. You got a bone? Get your bone. Toby got the bone.
You guys, yesterday night was probably one of the most exciting, well, the second to most exciting days. Obviously, finding out we're having a baby was the most exciting.
Well, and then finding out the gender too.
And finding out the gender. But yesterday, we finally felt the kicks. And geez, those chairs are really heavy. But
Yeah, they are.
I'm finally like bumping. Like, I feel like now nobody like is wondering if I'm pregnant, right?
Yeah.
We even, when we came back from, where were we? My memory right now, you guys, Randy, what did you say? That my memory is like what?
You're like a goldfish.
It's like a goldfish memory. I literally forget. But we're just at the airport when we got back from the Bahamas and from Miami, and somebody said to Randy that he is a great dad and congratulations.
Yeah.
And I was so confused. So Randy think it might be somebody that is following us, that
Well,
they just
because I
didn't.
don't feel like you're, and you were wearing like a puffy jacket.
I was wearing like a big,
Yeah,
like
and
now, like I
you don't
think
really
everybody
look-
knows.
If you stand like that, but not like normally. I don't know. We're still confused.
But anyway, last night we felt our first baby kicks.
And you've been like kind of feeling them for a while,
No, because I wasn't sure.
but you weren't sure. But these were like, well, we'll just show the clip.
It's just like I get so bloated. Obviously, the second I eat, and I'm gonna attach the photos of like me in the morning and then me at night because it's actually absolutely ridiculous. But I get bloated so fast the second I have like my first bite of the day. And then I'm very gassy. That's the reality of being pregnant, that you're very, very gassy. So I never know if it's just gas like moving through my intestines or like what's going on. But yesterday night was the first night that we're absolutely sure that that's what it was. And it was quite magical.
Did you felt it or not? Don't keep me in suspense. It's not
Well,
fair.
would
You
you-
get to feel it and I don't. Shh. Pipe down. Oh, I felt something like here. You feel it?
I know.
Yeah. What's up, little dude? Shh. Stop laughing. I can't tell if it's you or him. Hey, excuse me. I feel like I feel like there's a little foot, like right over here, you know?
Wait, did you feel it or not?
Like there's a little foot.
Did you feel it?
Yeah, like right here. You feel it or not? Or did you just like eat too much of that cheesecake? Which one was it?
This time I don't think it was.
Is it cheesecake or
I
is
don't
it?
think it was
or is it
poop.
him?
No,
Why would there be poop in the front?
it's not a gas this time.
I don't think so. I think it's. No. That was it for sure. That was definitely him punching the sides. No way. I think so. Okay, look, he definitely moved at least like once or twice.
Let me see.
I'm pretty sure. I feel like you're gonna start to feel it all the time now.
Hello.
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 This is how we spend like
Every
at least,
night.
Yeah, every night now. At least like 30 to 40 minutes a night, just sitting here, just like, is it something?
I was so sad because when we were on the cruise, Randy went to play in the casino and I was tired for one night.
Yeah.
So I stayed by myself in the room and I was watching TikTok and there was a girl at 19 weeks that had like massive kicks.
Yeah.
So I laid for an hour when you were
Waiting for him
gone.
to kick.
I was laying down,
He
just so
definitely kicked.
sad.
I think it's gonna get soon. He's gonna be like kicking so much that you're gonna be like, dude, stop. We'll check back in later with any more movement. So we kind of started talking to you guys that we are bringing some things, but we're also leaving some things behind, or like selling, not really leaving behind. So a lot of you, actually that video went like viral on TikTok and did really well on Instagram because you guys were absolutely obsessed with the table. And we had those chairs that are standing right here set up with this table. However, we are switching to a smaller space. So this table was set up for 8 people. So we're gonna attach some photos or videos because this table is expandable and you can expand it and make it for 8 people or make it smaller, which is absolutely perfect. And it's actually a lifesaver because when we got this table, we didn't know we're moving to a smaller space, but it just worked out just perfectly that we will be able to bring this table and just keep it smaller. I'm not sure if we're gonna keep it for 4 or make it slightly bigger, but I think this is just perfect. And we just switched the chairs, so we upgraded the chairs from the old chairs we had to these brand new chairs from Rove Concepts. And those are the Rhea, I'm not sure if I'm reading it correctly, so I'm going to attach the name. Rhea chairs in color latte. And they come in 4 different colors that you can check out on the website. I'm absolutely obsessed with them because I feel like they're just such a statement piece. Like they just don't look like any regular dining chairs. They're just definitely like a statement, which is absolutely perfect because the table is pretty simple. So I feel like with the chairs, it looked really beautiful and like had this rustic feel, like very laid back feel, but I feel like this is more luxury and elevated. And of course, having it smaller, I feel like it's just like, I don't know, it flows really nice. So I wanted to just show you a couple of things that we are bringing with us. And this is, again, heads up, it's a mess. We are moving. There's boxes everywhere. There's clothes everywhere. So please do not judge. But we're definitely bringing that's all Randy's stuff for the record. Yeah.
But we're definitely bringing the, what would you call it? The entry table.
Yeah.
That I found on Marketplace a while ago. I'm not sure if we have space for it really, but I love it and I will be having a very hard time to get rid of it. Definitely bringing a mirror, but I think either in the apartment or before we leave, I'm going to, actually I should probably do it before we leave. I want to paint the frame black, and I've done it with our other little mirrors that we have, never with the big one. But I just really want the frame to be black, so I think we should do it before we leave.
Those office chairs I want to take. We don't really have a place to bring them or put them.
Absolutely don't have any
But they're
place
really
to bring them.
comfortable.
We don't even have space for an office right now. We have those chairs that need to be cleaned, I think, before we bring them or when we get there. The couch is sold. The couch that was like the giant pit, and we're already in talks of getting a new one, and I'm very excited because it's going to be a darker color, and I think it's just much better with the baby, and I think it's going to come with us to a next place in a year when we move. The shelf, also not so sure where we're going to find space for it, but I absolutely love it, and I will be having a hard time saying goodbye to it. And of course, all the We're Active warehouse is coming with us. We are thinking the TVs, our bed frame and mattress, but I'm definitely not showing you our bed. Yesterday I got scolded by Randy that I'm so messy, but he just doesn't understand that it's just too much clothing and it's not my fault. And I'm selling it on Poshmark. So if you want to go on my Poshmark, there is plenty of new clothing that I'm selling right now.
So we're definitely just gonna not throw away, we're like donating all of this old Christmas stuff because we have so much Christmas decorations for like decorating a house. All of that's gonna go. We're trying to sell this chair here. That lamp post, definitely, we need to sell that or something.
Yeah, we're bringing the travertine table, which I know travertine table with a baby.
Yeah, probably not, but we can have it for like the first year, then we'll have to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Plus it'll be easier to sell in Miami than here.
Yeah, and that's pretty much our life right now. Our life is in boxes and in the garage, packed up. So we actually have to go back to doing so because we're leaving on another adventure this Friday. So we only have 3 more days to kind of pack up the house and get ready for this move. I hope you guys stick around for this crazy adventure that we're going on. I'm stressed for ourselves, so I will need all the moral support and energy being sent from you guys that we survive this next couple of weeks of craziness. And I love you all and see you guys in my next one.
All right, let's hear about your system.
Hold on, I had to sit down because I got a little bit overwhelmed, and I know what it looks like.
It looks great.
No, I know what it looks like, but it's not what you think.
Okay.
I have a system.
Apparently there is some vast organization to this, and I might not be seeing it, but the genius at work here has a system.
I do.
Yep.
And I'm crying because I'm so overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that I have to organize. But there is a system, I swear.
Let's hear it. Come on.
Okay. So, hold on, because I need to process it.
This pile or this pile?
This
one? Okay, that pile over there.
This pile is stuff that might be coming to Mexico.
Okay.
That's clean laundry, so it doesn't count. That's Randy's stuff.
Yeah, that's my bag that's already packed for Mexico. Yeah. That's just, for the record, this dresser is now empty. That bag that's over there in the back is my bag, and then one of those luggages is my carry-on.
Hold on.
The rest is yours.
Let me explain.
Okay.
Stuff that I'm listing for sale that I'm still trying to list this week before we head to Mexico.
Got it.
To Poshmark. And there is a second box with stuff that I am not going to list before we leave. It's going to be filled. There's
one thing in there.
I know. It's going to be more. But that's the thing that's coming to Mexico that I have to list. This is the stuff I listed in the past 2 days.
Okay.
This is the stuff I still may need when we're here.
Might need that stuff there.
Maybe. So I'm going to organize it. This is a donation bag. In front. Yep.
Donation bag.
This is my clothes that I still can fit in. Look how many clothes are in this luggage. Yep. There's 5 pieces of clothing out of all the clothes that I own.
Okay.
So I'm bringing it to Miami, obviously, but not to Mexico. There's my skinny clothes.
Skinny clothes
that
we don't fit in.
No, we don't, but I'm keeping them for when I'm skinny again.
Okay.
After the baby. And then we have stuff that was in the Bahamas with me is mixed
this
in.
Luggage there? Oh wait, no, I didn't even see that. That's this pile over here is from the Bahamas.
And there is still some stuff that I have to make
I'll
videos
remind you guys
with.
that she was in the Bahamas for 1 day. 1 day. Okay.
I hear a little bit of judgment in your voice.
Yep.
We listen and we don't judge.
Or we can just pack instead.
And that's pretty much it. But again, there is a system here.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like you got it all figured out.
Got back in 3 days.
I'm happy that
I told you it's going to be done today.
it's going to be done today.
It will be. This room will be beautiful and clean by the end of the day.
We'll see.
It's 4 p.m.
Yeah.